Hi, I'm Cash, and welcome to Cash Talks Football, where I break down all the goals scored in the Premier League. Today we're doing West Ham against Man United. I use my over 20 plus years of coaching experience from all over the world to break down goals to give you some insight that you might not normally hear. Now, a couple of the little things I want to start, trying to tell people. I do other videos of me ranting about certain things like VAR and the Super League. You might want to check those out. Might give you some other opinions because I've been talking about that for a long time. But we're going to talk about this breakdown here in United, and United aren't doing very well at all. And it's interesting, the more I'm doing these sort of breakdowns, the same goals seem to be happening. And it's all different teams. And I did one about you can't stop the 1-2. This is a bad 1-2, but it still is. You can see the exploited space here, and that's what we're going to look at as this moves forward, okay? So as this ball comes in here, look, it's kind of interesting. Right, so if you're this guy, what are you doing? The whole team and everyone shifted over. Can you see that? There's two unmarked players here. He can see that this guy here is unmarked. He can see that. He's not close enough to him there. Does that mean the ball might go to him? Yeah, but he's too far away from the goal. So the difference is if the ball comes into him and you're stepping there, instead of if you're already here and he passes it to him, you can step there. But if you're between both of these and you're not close enough to either of them, well, problems happen. So now you've got this free ball in. Like, it doesn't even go with him. Doesn't put him under any sort of pressure at all. Just stands there and watches him. And they'll blame the midfielder here, whoever this guy is, but it's not his fault because he's marking a player there. There's an overload. There's an extra player. You can see everyone shifted over. And actually, probably whose responsibility is probably this little wee guy here. He probably should be back. Or him. But you've got a completely and utterly unmarked player outside the box, no one's close to him. So he does this awful pass, takes a little bit of a touch. His first touch is so bad. Look, now this guy stepped up, he hasn't moved. He stood still, he still stood still. This guy's now going to go to pressure the ball. His first touch is so bad, it bounces off him. If they were close enough, they would have nicked the ball off him. And, this wouldn't have been an issue, but it is. Does a little flick of the corner, bosh. As he flicks it over, remember, this guy's just running. And it's interesting if you look at everybody else on the field, there's only one man running, right? There's no one else running. No one else is marking, following the run or anticipating the run. Did you see someone running? Run with them, because chances are they're the one that's going to get the ball. So they don't. They flick the ball over the top, and then a bundle ensues. As it goes over, people are reacting, trying to take him down. It doesn't really work. And now we're 1v1 with the keeper from a simple flick ball, and nobody follows this runner. Remember, he started on the touchline way back here. No United player went with him. This guy still stood still. He hasn't moved yet. This is why they lose goals. You can't afford to have passenger players like this when there's mistakes that are made, when someone's available like they were in that midfield area there. Then it turns into a bit of a bundle by keeper. Keeper initially doesn't really save it, but it goes through his legs, and then the wee man gets a little tap in and gets himself a goal. Let's get on to the next goal. There's a couple of types of goals that we talk about when we're coaching. Like, did we score the goal or did they score the goal? What does that mean? Okay, well, did we score the goal on ourselves or did they score the goal because they're better footballer players than us? And you'll find out you're probably about 60 to 70% of goals is because you've scored on yourself. And you go, what do you mean? We didn't kick the ball on our own goal. No, you made an awful mistake that led to the corner for the goal. You made an awful mistake because you weren't paying attention that led to the goal. They didn't actually score on you. You gave them the goal because you were doing something dumb. This is what they're doing that is something dumb. As we move this forward, we can see, Bosh, the ball comes in. No real threat, no real problem. We're not doing anything stupid just yet. But don't worry, we can. As this moves forward here, Bosh, look at that. Completely and utterly didn't pay attention. All of his body shape was wrong, made a mistake, and now they're in trouble. That's the level of concentration that I talk about when I talk about the difference of Championship players and, Premier League players, and about that sort of 1.5 seconds of well, it's not 1.2, it's not 1.5. 1.2 seconds of concentration. I expanded that out to 45 seconds of total mistakes that they make, bump to that, and that's what they make overall in the game, and that's what that wee man's done there. Terrible mistake. And if they go to the races. Now, Bomph, oh look, it's a simple 1-2, gives it to the player, go with the man running, and off he goes in behind, trying to get to receive the through ball. It's a quality through ball. That guy could have easily have made a mess of that ball. It's a decent pass through, to be fair. And now you've got a centre-back here, Johnny Evans, who, let's be fair, got relegated with Leicester. I think he's 34 or 35 now. He's going to go outrun. He's just going to. He's not a world-class centre-back, and he's up against real pace. Look, Bosh goes straight through his legs, and then there's nothing he can really do. Evans shouldn't probably be on the field, but I don't really know what Man United are doing. Like, as a football club, I think that they're just all over the place. And here's the other thing: it's a quality finish. Bosh, I think the keeper should have done a bit better though, because it's not really a powerful shot. He has gone across him, but not from that sort of distance. All that angles are pretty much closed down. The keeper needs to help his team out there and pull off a save, and he doesn't. But other than that, not much to see. Man United are being Man United. We'll see you next time on Cash Talks Football.